Hello everyone and welcome back to another video, and today is the day. It's the NHL draft, and ladies and gentlemen, I got my picks 10 through 1 all ready to go. Let's do the Nordic 97 mock draft. If you're new to the channel and you want to see some more draft related content, I'll probably be making a lot more draft related videos in the coming weeks, as well as streaming the draft tonight at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern. Make sure to leave a like, hit that subscribe button down below. I would greatly appreciate that as we get closer and closer and closer to our yearly goal of 2,000. And anyway, I won't waste any more of your time. Let's get into the video. So going number 10 to the Anaheim Ducks, I have Marco Kasper. Kasper is a center. He shoots left and is 6'2", 187 pounds. Now, I don't know all too much about Marco Kasper, but I know that he is a very solid young center who would give a lot of potential to the Ducks. He's a little bit taller in length. He's a little bit around average, but he's still a little bit taller. And I think that nonetheless, he should still be a really, really good center for the Anaheim Ducks. Going at number 9 to the Buffalo Sabres, I have Joaquin Kemell. He's a right wing, shoots right, and is 5'9", 176 pounds. I have also not heard too much about Joaquin Kemell. I didn't do a prospect preview on him, so I don't know him all too well. Same with Marco Kasper. I know people asked me to do previews on him, but unfortunately I couldn't get to him. I have heard that he's a very solid Finnish winger and has a lot of upside when it gets to the NHL. And I think with a team like Buffalo, who has a lot of young guys, Isaac Rosen, Rasmus Dahlin, that whole blue line as a whole is young. You got a young goalie in net. Everything looks young for the Sabres right now, and it wouldn't hurt to add a guy like Kemell to really improve the chemistry with the Finnish people, because obviously Rasmus Dahlin is Finnish as well, and it just overall makes sense. Now on to people that I actually know. Going to 8th overall, the Detroit Red Wings, I have Frank Nazar. He's a center/right wing. He shoots right and is 5'10", 181 pounds. This guy has a lot of upside. A lot of upside. I think he has the right capabilities to become possibly one of the best players and one of the biggest steals in this draft. He has the potential. He has the skating. He has the shooting. He has the passing. He has everything you want in a player. The way he drives to the net is impressive. And I think overall he's going to be a really good forward, and he would really help the Red Wings, 100%. And honestly, if Yzerman even went off the board and picked someone else, that really wouldn't surprise me either. Going number 7th to the Ottawa Senators, I have center/left wing Cutter Gauthier. He shoots left and is 6'3", 201 pounds. It just makes sense overall. Gauthier brings the capabilities to be a really solid power forward in the NHL, and it would make sense for him to go to the Senators. It just seems right. I don't know why, but with his name, Cutter Gauthier, to the Senators, it just seems right. Going at 6th overall to the Columbus Blue Jackets, I have David Jiricek. It just makes sense. He's a defenseman, he shoots right, and is 6'3", 190 pounds. Although I think the Flyers should take Jiricek because they need a defensive prospect, he's probably not going to be taken by Philadelphia, knowing reality. So I really like Jiricek. I think he has a lot more potential, and I think Nemec is the better player if you want to get good right now. But I think if you wait for Jiricek to get better, he's going to have a ton of potential in the NHL. And it just makes sense. Kekalainen picking a Russian or Finnish type player like this, it just makes sense overall. A player with this name, and add him to the young Columbus line that you already have, Gavrikov, Sillinger. This team is getting younger, and they are getting better. And you add Jiricek to that lineup, he won't play immediately, but he will help that defense significantly. Going number 5 overall to the Philadelphia Flyers, I have small center Matthew Savoie. I've seen it pronounced so many different ways. He's a center, he shoots right, and is 5'9", 179 pounds. Now, although this kid is pretty small, do not let that doubt you about his moves. He is very good out there on the ice, and I think you see players get passed on, like, let's say, Caulfield or DeBrincat because of their size. I personally don't think that happens with Savoie. I think he goes very, very early. But then again, we thought Caulfield was going to go very early, so we could be wrong, but I think Philadelphia would be very good with Savoie, and it would kind of replace Giroux, in all honesty. Although he can't play left wing, it would really help replace Giroux, and it would make your center depth a lot more deeper. Going at number 4, I have forward Logan Cooley. If he drops to number 4 to Seattle, I consider this an absolute steal for the Kraken. He's a center, he shoots left, and is 5'10", 181 pounds. Cooley has the capabilities to go 1st overall, but I think that he probably might be one of those 3 players that drops down picks in the draft. I honestly think that could be something that happens, definitely a possibility, and if he drops to Seattle, they get better immediately, 100%. Cooley, I'm pretty sure he actually is going to play in the. Actually, no, he's going to the University of Minnesota after next season, so he won't be on the team next year. But I think if you add him to that prospect pool they have, it makes it so much deeper. And then put him with Matthew Beniers, unreal. Now, going at number 3, you may be wondering, well, who goes number 3 then, Nordic? I have the Arizona Coyotes taking defenseman Simon Nemec. He's a defenseman, as I just said. He shoots right and is 6'1", 192 pounds. If the Coyotes want to get better right now, I think they will definitely take Nemec. Although I would love to see him take Logan Cooley or Slavkovsky or even Shane Wright if he drops down that low. I would love to see it. But personally, I think that they'd likely go with Nemec due to the rumors that were arose that they probably will take him. And I think it's a good move, too, because you want to improve on the defensive side. You add him to Yanis Yaron Moser. And if you pick a guy like Cooley or Wright, yeah, sure, that's a really good guy to have. But your defense is really, really weak. Like, I have a lot of faith in Yanis Moser, but you add Nemec to that prospect pool on the defensive side, it gets really, really good back there. You have Soderstrom, you have Chick. Like, your top 4 is really good. You have Soderstrom, you have Chikrin if he stays with the team. He might get traded tomorrow. And you also have Yanis Moser. You add Nemec to that core. That is a really good top 4 on the defense. Although it wouldn't hurt picking an offensive forward because he would do really good with Dylan Guenther. I just think they probably go with Simon Nemec due to the rumors. Now that leads it down to pick number 1 and number 2. All the way up until now, it looked pretty obvious who was going to go first overall. It was easily going to be Shane Wright. Easily Shane Wright. But then, a lot of things happened. Slavkovsky had an amazing performance in the Olympics for Slovakia. He was playing with men over in Finland, and it really made the Montreal Canadiens think, well, who do we take first overall? And honestly, with them meeting with Slavkovsky, with them meeting with Wright, they were even considering Logan Cooley as well. This draft could honestly go either way. Which is why I'm going with the crazy option. At number 2, the New Jersey Devils will take Shane Wright, 2nd overall. He's a center, shoots right, and is 6'0", 198 pounds. I think Shane Wright would just, if he dropped to the Devils probably weren't even thinking about him even dropping. When they got the 2nd overall pick, they were thinking, well, we'll get a guy like Slavkovsky or Nemec or Cooley. Like, this will be a solid pick for us nonetheless, unless if they trade it. This will be great for him. Honestly, great. If they could get a guy like Shane Wright, 2nd overall, their center core is absolutely stacked. And that is the thing that, like, I'm kind of wondering, like, do the Devils even consider taking Wright? Because they have Hughes at center, they have Hischier at center. Their top 6 is really good for centers. Unless if I'm bugging and Hughes is a left wing, I'm pretty sure Hughes is a center. Yes, I just checked. I had no idea if I was for sure. Jack Hughes is indeed a center. That really does stack up their center core. Their center core is absolutely stacked if they have Shane Wright, Jack Hughes, and Nico Hischier all on their charts there. That is like all first overall picks except for Wright, obviously, if he drops to 2. Now at number 1, that leaves left wing Uriah Slavkovsky. He shoots left, is 6'4", and is 218 pounds. Slavkovsky, he wasn't thought to be much. He was thought going to be at most a late top 10 pick, probably going around where we have Casper and Kamel right now. That was probably where he was thought at the beginning of this season. And then he had an unbelievable performance in the Olympics for Slovakia. And then he was playing with men, and he's getting that experience. Slavkovsky could be an unbelievable player. I might be stupid for having him first overall. I should probably have gone with a safe bet and picked Shane Wright. But I honestly think that if Montreal takes Uriah Slavkovsky, I think it'll help their top 6 significantly. Because the thing is, if they pick Shane Wright, Montreal's center core is stacked for a long time. A very long time. But if you add Slavkovsky to that wing side with like Suzuki and Caulfield, that is going to be an unbelievable line. A dynamic line. That line will be one of the best in the league. And all those guys are pretty young, so we call that pretty much basically the new kid line. That would be an impressive line to watch. I think it would be very entertaining. And Slavkovsky brings all the capabilities to be a first overall pick. And that is why I have him first overall. Now, anyways, guys, that will do it for my mock draft. I will see you guys tonight at 7 o'clock p.m. to live stream the NHL draft. Thank you all very much for watching. We'll probably see a lot of trades happen tonight. Additionally, whenever it comes out, because the draft has been known to be like 3 to 4 hours long, I will 100% be making a TikTok on it, and I'll also be making a YouTube video recapping the draft, whether it's at 12 o'clock at night or 1 o'clock in the morning. I don't care. I'll make the video. So anyways, that'll do it for me. Thank you all very much for watching. For our support today, I really do appreciate it. Make sure to subscribe down below if you are new, and I will see you guys in the next video. Adios.